A new set. We got to think of a new. What's the title of the show? Like, we're still doing the. Is it just reviews?
Right now, it's just the Josh and Tyler show. They don't know that we're at this really bitching bar that's at Josh's new place.
We're drinking water, everybody, because I don't drink alcohol. Not anymore.
Neither do I. I never have. I don't believe in the whole acquired taste bullshit. My dad always just like, hey, if we drink this for taste, we'd be much more hammered. And I'm just like, well, then what the fuck do you drink it for? Like, it can't be the high can't be.
Do you like that it's in crystal glasses?
I love that these are legit bar glasses.
For the first review, like, we need, like, I mean, if you look at the ceiling,
I'm just noticing that now. Like, this is a real.
We got we got a little lamp there and some photos and stuff. And
the poem on that.
We got a poem. This boat. This Joe's bar.
The only thing that sucks about this bar is that there is a Habs lighter and a Bruins lighter. That's a double fail.
I mean,
he's not a sport. He's not a hockey guy.
That's
he doesn't
a sport,
understand.
y'all. We saw a movie, Tyler. Long intro. What do we see?
We saw The Furious. Now,
not The Fate of the Furious, or The Fast and the Furious, or The Fast and the Furious 2, or Too Fast, Too Furious.
But there is one guy who was in Fast and Furious 6 who is in this. I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. I probably missed that.
This is my second time seeing it. His first, but like the very day that I moved into my new place, courtesy of him, there is a movie theater not even 5 minutes away. And they were the only theater that were playing this for a long time. I think this was opening weekend. And as soon as the finale of this movie was over, I just sat to myself and thought, okay, Josh has to fucking see this. The amount of martial arts movies that you are much more well-versed in this kind of genre than I am.
I bought some bootleg, like, VHS of Battle of the Kung Fu Blood or something on the worst quality VHS, and my goodness, I couldn't get enough. So imagine my surprise when this is in 4K. It's fantastic. This is a great movie, Tyler. This is fantastic.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because you literally asked me what the title of this was before I hit record.
A lot of these movies, like, I watched Forbidden City. I mean, great movie. Forgot the title till I looked at my Blu-ray shelf. But it has, like, it's actually very, very similar to this.
Is that the Jackie Chan Jet Li
one? Forbidden City is a 2024 movie where they're stopping child trafficking. But very different kung fu level, because this is we're on a raid level kung fu with more of a simplified story. Well, this is more story with sprinklings of kung fu, and this would be Wang Chung in The Furious here, which is
so. Let's just breeze through the plot. Man with no name, man with no voice because he's mute. His daughter gets kidnapped. A journalist, his wife also a journalist, gets kidnapped. They team up, they kick so much fucking ass for nearly 2 hours, and that's all you need to know going into this.
I think there's only 4 fights in this movie. It's just like non-stop
4 or 5?
fights. Yeah.
It starts off with one featuring the journalist's wife.
Space fight.
Which was a decent enough fight. The camera work and the lighting could have been a hell of a lot better.
I mean, but you can't... This movie is all fights. You can't lead with your best material. You're starting with good material. Like, in any movie, this is good.
What I like about every fight is that it shows glimmers of what is to come. Like when the journalist's wife, who we know for a fact is not going to have a happy ending, but she does the splits in midair when 2 people are holding her down, and she does a judo flip that knocks both of them off their asses. You still gotta love just how intricate, elaborate, and painstakingly practical the fight choreography is in this. I mean, there are so many times where people literally flip over each other in one take, and they take down 5 people all at once.
The amount of wire work in this movie is incredible.
Yeah.
No, it's like there's so much wire work because you're like, a human being couldn't do that. But also, none of these human beings would survive what they're put through. So there is a disbelief, a suspension of reality, and that wire work is perfectly masked out. You can't see a single wire in the entire film. I mean, not that you're looking for it, but I was.
And it's not wire fu where people fly. No. It's just... It's a necessity in order for people to, like, when someone is fist fighting another guy with a ladder and the guy climbs up the ladder to try and stab him, like,
when you're sliding under people, just simple, like, even the basic slides and stuff they're doing underneath.
So many fucking slides for people's legs as they knee people, elbow people in the face, use their fucking shins. Like, it has strikes, it has kicks, it has throws, like, it has everything you could ask for in a martial arts movie.
Yeah,
and,
no, this movie, it's at a certain point you're exhausted from watching people fight, but you still want to watch people fight.
Well, the last half hour of this movie...
I was tired, man.
Tired.
But it's great.
It's the Raid. It's the Raid 2. The Night Comes for Us.
I don't see a lot of the Nights Comes for Us. Maybe the blood is the Nights Comes for Us, but I see more Raid 2
Well,
than
here's the
anything.
thing. Like, there's like an hour-long section of The Night Comes for Us that literally is non-stop fighting. Like, no 5-minute pause for character development. It's just people with machetes. And not gonna lie...
Okay.
The Night Comes for Us, I don't like because it's relentless. It's got things I like. Like, I mean, the journalist in this is the main character.
Is the Vice Grip in that movie? Is that the Vice Grip movie?
It's got a bunch of Raid people. Like
the Vice Grip thing where they put like a body part in the Vice Grip and they squeeze it and they're in the shop and then the two brothers are there. That's the one we're thinking of. Yeah, I enjoyed that, but like the Raid 1 and 2 are arguably a much better movie.
Oh, they're so much better.
Yeah. More water?
Yes, please. Because I finished my bottle of water, not even halfway through this movie, and I just looked at the bottle and I'm like, fuck, why did I do that?
I was sitting in the middle seat. I was not getting up. But also, like, I'm in a movie, I'm set for 2 hours. Duration-wise, great flick. We had enough story to get us there. We had great fights. It's good stuff. It's just good stuff through and through. There's not much to say about this. Do you like Kung Fu? Or Wing Chun specifically? The main character used Wing Chun. There's jiu-jitsu moves and stuff in there, so mixed martial arts. You gotta watch this thing. That's the deal.
What were your favorite fights? Because my 2 or 3 in particular, the nightclub one, I think, is where things really get amped up because
you got people... Man? Talking about Afro Man?
Well, when he finds the guy with the afro who kidnapped his daughter, throws him, down a flight of stairs, he lands into, a cage fighting ring with 2 other guys who legitimately think he's a threat, and he knocks their knees down with a hammer that he's got.
The hammer's brutal.
And then that transitions into another really good fight where he and the journalist meet for the first time, and they think they're enemies due to... honestly understandable circumstances. He saw the guy walk in with the afro and he just assumed that he was in on the gig. So it's an easy mistake to make. And it shows the two of them really being equal matches in terms of striking and throwing each other because they land some solid blows. It has maybe my favorite, through the legs flip when, he grabs them and just, slides through.
But that's very Jackie Chan. You've watched a lot of Jackie Chan movies. So it's like the comedic style of Jackie Chan without the comedy, which is a lot of the flips and kicks and stuff. They use very, very effectively to...
the guys from... At the very final fight, when the guys from the Raid, they're fighting through the table, they keep outmaneuvering each other. They split apart a table in order to, escape. I love the fact that these 2 guys fought in the Raid and one killed the other. And minor spoilers that changes but doesn't at the same time. It's hard to gauge what to spoil because there were some legit surprises in regards to who survived and who died.
I mean, even if we were to tell you every single move in the movie, our words couldn't truly describe it. You'd have to go see the action. It's like most action movies, unless we're describing Collateral, which might be the worst Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, where one sequence where he runs through a car with a shotgun.
That's Collateral Damage.
Collateral Damage, yeah.
Yeah, Collateral with Tom
Cruise
I was thinking
that's a bad
movie.
But this, you really have to see the action. We could describe it all day. We could even transcribe it, but you have to be there.
I can describe the last half hour, and it still could surprise you. It has 2 sets of villains fighting each other because they double cross one another, on top of fighting the heroes. And for a half an hour, we see people switching from opponent to opponent in one take, jumping over each other, sliding under each other, with knives, with feet, with throws, often in one take, because there are a lot of sequences where they hold on the camera. There's no shaky cam, there's no quick editing. There may be some dim lighting that hides who's fighting who at certain points.
They definitely have a dim lighting, especially on the upper balcony they're using there, and a lot.
And there were a couple fights where that kind of got on my nerves, like the snake pit one. You could have.
They're using that to their effect. They're trying to create an atmosphere.
And it does work. And it does work in the last half hour because even though you don't know who's fighting who, you don't care because you know they're fighting. You know their moves are fucking amazing.
They got the skills to play the karate or the kung fu.
I
want to give
there's
props
probably
to...
karate, kung fu. There's got to be more than one different fighting
style. So the girl who plays the daughter to the mute guy, actually, I thought she, because without that sort of is the make or break for the movie, because the action is always going to be great regardless. But I thought she did a tremendous job portraying emotion, trying to act the hero, but not quite always being it, and really just child acting has gotten so much better since the 90s and the 2000s. There's just a caliber of actors and actresses, and this one's real great. She's real good in this movie. I don't know the name.
She's written in a way where she's more resourceful because of her father before the movie, but she does still have limits. She is able to defeat people more based on smarts as opposed to full-on fighting skills.
She gets a couple in this.
She gets a couple fighting skills, mostly by working in sync with her father, which gotta say, those were
a solo move. That solo move was dope.
Yeah, and that solo move again was more wits, but it was still really fucking clever.
Never give a child a baseball bat and a motorcycle,
or a fucking penny and a piece of ventilation.
Yeah. I think it was a metal cover or something.
It was.
Yeah. I think if the child acting was bad, for example, there's a Godzilla movie where this kid is trying to escape, but there's a Godzilla side plot at the same time. It's very much Home Alone-ish. But when the Godzilla's fighting, it's cool. But when you go to that kid, knocks you right out. You're like, that kid is a bad actor.
Yeah, and as relentless as this movie is, they do stop for characterization once in a while. The good news is these characters are so simple, you can easily latch onto them. This mute guy has a past to explain just how big of a badass he is. I love the fact that we never know what his backstory is. We don't even know his name until the last 5 minutes.
When I Met Your Mother, and then that's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, they literally say, it started with me and your mom and just completely ended. And I love that the less we knew about this guy, the better. Probably the most fleshed out character in this is the journalist looking for his wife, and it definitely helps that Joe Taslim probably gives the best performance revolving around dialogue. The guy who plays the mute man, I'll put his name down here because I legitimately never heard of this guy before.
I have heard of one of the people in this movie.
Was that the guy from The Raid?
The guy from The Raid.
Yayan Ruhian is a henchman in this, which for a fact you're in for a good time.
When I saw him, I was like, well, bad things are about to happen here, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, you see Mad Dog, again, fighting the same guy that he fought in The Raid, Joe Taslim. I love that there's a sweet element of revenge in there. And I also love that Yayan Ruhian, all of his English was off-screen. Because if there is one legitimately awful thing about this is that for whatever reason, in a Bollywood style, there are characters who speak Mandarin or Cantonese. There are people who speak English. And then, there's a person who speaks English. And then there are other characters who, in a close-up, you can tell are speaking it, but from a wide are just mouthing it and are horribly dubbing it afterwards.
The one thing that... So, there is one twist near the end that I didn't love. That I thought was awesome. I thought the fight was great. I didn't think it needed to be there. When you see it, you can make up your mind for yourself. But I don't understand why the entire movie wasn't in Cantonese or Chinese or the native language. Because the English was not necessary. This is not a movie for an English audience. This is a movie for Kung Fu fans. This is a movie for action fans. And a movie for a Chinese, Cantonese, East Asian market.
And it's been proven with stuff like The Raid or The Night Comes For Us or Ip Man, is that you don't even need it to be in English to have
Unless you're Mike Tyson. Just kidding.
You don't need it to be in English to have mass appeal. So if that was on part of the investors, which I'm willing to bet that was probably the case, it was wildly unnecessary. But because the final boss in this is dubbed the worst and is the least imposing villain on the surface. These big glasses, this scrawny businessman type, but when you see him in action and he's basically the bad guy from Drunken Master 2 where he can flail his feet around like it's nobody's business. Well, he's literally dressed like him.
I will say I did feel for the villain in this, and you know why. Now, this is one thing I don't want to spoil because you have to go see the movie. Yeah, I'm not going to
ruin that.
But I was like, oh, crap.
Both times I saw this, Both times I saw this, you could hear people in the audience just gasp.
It was a great moment. And
it's legitimately out of nowhere.
And it really does give the motivation for why this guy will literally fight to the ends of his life.
He's literally got nothing to lose.
He's got to get home.
He's got nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
I know you had the one problem with the henchman who we thought was dead, but then got back up.
You can't take a sledge to the head and keep going.
Look, they pass it off by making him the biggest, buffest guy in the movie, and that's the only reason I suspend disbelief on that part. That plus, whenever he lays down a fist, or when he, like, plants his entire body, like, he can literally jump and headbutt you in the air, or, like, stomp you with his knees, and you buy it. Like, that's the only reason I can delve into
Just
that.
cut the sledgehammer bit and have him get knocked unconscious, and I'm happy with it. That's it. That's my critique for the movie.
There was another way to work around that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, you can't get hit with a sledgehammer that many times and take that much brain trauma and get back up. It's not going to happen.
But if that's really
that's it. That's my only gripe with the movie.
You could have.
That's it. I would have liked it to be in the full original language and take that
From what I understand, there's more than one version of this. I think there is a version for American audiences and one for like everybody else, which I don't follow.
Don't water it down.
Because it really comes across like a spaghetti western where people are speaking their own language, but like English is coming out of
one
them.
thing you mentioned is you're like, I thought the movie was over and it kept going, but if you watched, and I mentioned this, Asian cinema just decides to have another movie after it. It's like, you've seen one movie, have a second one. Why not?
Yeah,
I sort of love that. It's just like
the last half hour is basically the sequel to this. In fact, I described it to you and your dad. This is basically a 4-act movie. The first act is the setup before the kidnapping. The second act is like uncovering who kidnapped and why. Third is the rescue. Fourth is the villain's attempt at revenge. That is so fucking bloody, so energetic, and so consistent for a half hour that even though the last 10 minutes afterwards, because like the best was behind them, I kind of got exhausted of it, even though they're fighting each other with fucking bicycles for swords. And there's some really cool stuff with the mechanisms behind it.
Also, whoever designed that skid that he's holding back like 8 guys with, that man deserves to build all the skids, because they're always breaking at work. I work at a warehouse now, and all the skids are broken. They got to take them away, but this skid takes machetes and 8 guys beating on it. Man, this is a great skid.
See, like, the first time I watched this, like, the weakest spot were the villains because they were so cartoony. Like, the guy in the cowboy hat who freezes his victims alive. Which they do some really good stuff with that, using them as weapons and debris. That was especially really awesome. But the last half hour, man, I haven't been this exhausted and full of whiplash since Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, it gave me that big of a rush.
Oh, okay, yeah. My brain is
this is more elaborative, creative, and surprisingly more violent. But, like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it was exhausting and relentless because of how darkly comedic it was.
Was that half an hour? Because the finale
no, that was like 5...
Hollywood was...
No.
We're talking about the dogs and the hippie, right?
I'm describing the feeling of it.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's only 5 minutes, but this half hour has, like, that same, like... My knees tensed up as we were watching this.
Good job to the filmmakers, whoever you are.
Both times I saw
Who made that film? Let's see.
It's
I got my phone. We can look this up.
Here's the thing.
For the movie.
This was directed by a Japanese guy. It was made by Chinese studios. It's got some Chinese, Japanese, and Indonesian actors. Because I think Joe Taslim is Indonesian.
I'm not
because
sure.
He did The Raid and Night Comes for Us.
I know The Raid is Indonesian. I don't know if he is Indonesian.
I think he is. Well, he's either Indonesian or Japanese, maybe. Yayan Ruhian, I know, is Indonesian because you only know him from The Raid. I'm so fucking thirsty after this movie.
Yeah, that's all. We only brought so much water. So.
In fact, that's the weird thing. You don't actually know where this movie takes place. The title cards for this literally say somewhere in East Asia.
Yeah.
This movie is so mysterious that, like, it leaves out that much detail.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great movie. Go see it, y'all. I recommend it.
Don't consider this a review of the film. Consider this
want to talk about it.
Consider this a review of the experience.
Tyler, when have we ever properly reviewed a film?
I don't know. I feel like we gotten away with it a few times.
I generally just talk about the movie and I'll tell you how I feel.
Okay, you talk, I review. That's the thing. You and Noah talk, I review. That's
fair enough.
But it's much more fun to talk about these. And after a month or two of you guys being busy making your own damn movie.
So I have moved.
Yes, you have. Well, on top of
and you have moved to a place that I know very well.
All too well. In fact, there was one aspect you warned me about, maybe not enough, but...
Oh, it's from the director of Snake Eyes, who did the stunts on Snake Eyes in 2021.
So, he does more stuff as an action director. Yeah, he's an action director, like the second Eunuch type of action director.
A lot of action director, but not, main... Yeah.
I could have swore...
Huh.
Well, I don't know about Rurouni Kenshin being... the
he
live
did
action...
Monster Hunter 2, which I quite enjoyed. I have a soft spot for Mila Jovovich movies. I thought that Monster Hunter was a good time, and Monster Hunter 2, just a good time. It's you put it on Friday night, you sit there, chill with your wife, you'd be like, what up? And here's my stupid movie. It's a good time.
But that's the thing. If you know anybody who loves action movies,
this is a great action
make them
movie.
watch this. At some point, I'm going to make my dad try and sit through this because this is, the most relentless action movie I've seen since John Wick 4.
John Wick 4, I think John Wick 4 was not as relentless as this. I think John Wick 4 had a lot of breaks in there. Good movie.
There were more breaks, but at the same time...
Different type of movie, really.
But at the same time, when it goes, it fucking goes.
Yeah, John Wick 4 has great sequences.
And, there are sequences in this I can compare to the first two Raid movies, and...
The Raid's better.
I like Raid 2 more.
Raid 1 and 2 are better than this movie. This movie's good. This movie's good.
The Raid movies has a better story and more character, if you can believe that.
Raid 2 has a lot of character and story. That's what they spend a lot of time doing. And
Which
then we
I
get
like.
Killer fights, like the prison fight.
Which
or
I
the kitchen
like.
fight. Or, yeah.
There's more context that makes the fights even more exhilarating on that part. Especially when Iko Uwais just demolishes that guy's restaurant. That fight in the kitchen is one of my favorite fights.
Great.
That is one of my favorite fights of all time.
Yeah, it's just great stuff. I mean, but we do have a new set. I know we talked about the movie. So we're going to get a wider angle on possibly another view. Maybe we will see another movie soon. I really want to see Evil Dead Burn. Is it Burn?
Yeah.
Burn. Evil Dead Burn. And Tyler hasn't seen The Network, so I think we have to go see that. I think that's a necessity.
We are definitely going to have reviews up for Evil Dead Burn.
I'm going to try to make The Network.
Noah and I might do The Invite.
I don't know how I feel about I see, now that I no longer work at a movie theater, because I left the movie theater to do other just normal, boring work that pays more. And goodness, I don't miss seeing every movie. I want to go see movies I want to see. This is a movie I genuinely wanted to see. This or Jackass, whatever. Best for Last, is that what it is?
Best and Last.
Best and Last.
Which is, no joke, basically the Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 of Jackass, and that, a good chunk of the footage is from other movies. Now, because you haven't seen that many of the other movies, that's not going to matter to you. It didn't matter to me, because, when I saw...
I've seen all the Jackasses.
Oh, okay.
I've seen every single one. I actually, one of my guys from work, buddy of mine, Kevin, he's like, hey, you want some VHS? And there's a Jackass, the directors or whatever, special edition movie on VHS. I'll put that on one day.
Unbelievable.
That's going to be a good time. Because after we saw The Northman and did the Northman double feature, which I think the reviews are somewhere on the channel, I'm guessing.
See, I rewatched the Northman review. So we didn't review Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. We only talked about Northman.
Did we do that? What did we do as a double feature then with Jackass?
We did it as a double feature for fun. I had two coworkers with us.
That's right.
And the gap between the show times was so little that we couldn't really do a video on Massive Talent.
But I definitely need to see Jackass with an audience. But now I get to be picky and choosy about movies.
Honestly,
and that's important to me.
If there's time,
yeah,
why don't we do a double feature of Best Jackass and Evil Dead Burn?
That sounds like a dope time.
Okay. We'll schedule it afterwards, but
we'll figure it out. But no, I have been off the grid. I haven't been on the channel because this video is going to go up, and Tyler's going to put a link there. I have to make a few modifications, but I've been busy making a movie, okay? I know I've been talking about that, and there's a trailer. Tyler, you can put a clip of the trailer. I'll send it to you. Of my movie of blood, guts, gore, 1980s camp, and a lot of heart, a lot of horror. Secondhand glass, and that's going to be here because I've decided I'm sick. I love talking about movies. Guys. But I'm sick of just watching movies. Time to make a movie.
And I wholeheartedly agree too, because I've never actually said this on these videos. I've actually completed my own 5-minute slapstick animated short that I basically made entirely by myself. I'm starting to make a second one. I'm going to try and figure out like how to animate once again, but check it out on Patreon and buy me a coffee. My short Don't Swallow, which
it's pretty funny.
It's
every time there's a film network meetup we go to. Every time I see a little bit more of animation, and it's fantastic. Tyler's doing some really good stuff. No AI, all real animation.
Exactly.
Blood, sweat, tears, and probably too much coffee. I don't know if you drink coffee. I have no clue.
No, I don't. Honestly, soda is the only caffeine I can do. Like, that's I know fair. Juice has sugar.
Not good for you, so I mean, I'm the coffee guy.
I have other vices,
but yeah, no, it's there'll be a link somewhere here, but
yeah, check out the trailer for his exploitation horror Secondhand Glass.
Yeah, it's pretty much if Sleepaway Camp met a blaxploitation film with a Tarantino style dialogue.
Interesting.
It's brutal.
And be sure to check out on my Patreon and buy me a coffee my full short Don't Swallow. I'm waiting to see if any film festivals will take it before I put it out on the channel, but look forward to that. Look forward to updates on my second short, Self-Serving. There's another pun behind that as well.
Yeah.
And let us know down below what you think of The Furious. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next video.
What's your best fight pose?